both of us have been following cricket since childhood. Like it's very normal in India, right? So how it goes like in India, right? So and it gives chance to newcomers, right? And the talented people like you. So Alpesh, like first of all, like I would like to congratulate you, like for you know starting this off, right? And after qualifying the T20 World Cup. So how do you feel, like how much Uganda people are excited about this upcoming T20 World Cup? Your thoughts on that, please. What do you think about it?
Um, yes, first of all, thank you for inviting me for the interview.
Yeah,
Yeah, and as you rightly said, anyone who's born in late in 90s, the first preference was to be a cricketer because we have grown up watching Sachin sir playing
yeah,
cricket at the internet highest level. So, as a young kid, I even also aspired to become a cricketer in those days. Yeah, and secondly, talking about the journey of Uganda cricket, yes, definitely, it's a big milestone for us as a cricketer representing Uganda at the highest level in the World Cup. It's a dream of 48 million people back in Uganda. And we have got the opportunity and the chance to make it come through.
right,
And
right.
it's back in the World Cup and represent ourselves at the highest possible cricket ever played in the world.
Yeah, and I would like to congrats you because you are the part of the team, right? So it's also a kind of a historic moment for you, right? So it's great. And Alpesh, like, could you share like how you started your preparation, for T20 World Cup, and how long have you been playing cricket? It's been like a kind of a very generic question, but it actually gives insight about your willpower, how you got started, because it's a very challenging profession, so you have to be care about your fitness, injuries, a lot of other things, right? And the focus, like is very much required, in such a game, right? Because ups and downs is a part of this game, right? So how do you take it as a cricketer, as an athlete? How what's your take on that?
First of all, I would like to thank Uganda Cricket Association for giving me this opportunity to represent myself at the highest possible level and playing for Uganda. Very, very big thankful to Uganda Cricket Association. And as you know, the stakes were very high when you prepare yourself for the bigger event. When you know that you are the one deserving to be playing for the World Cup, so
Hmm.
the preparation and hard work that you put in, that you go through, it's like you are just a step you are just a step ahead. You need to be just a step ahead of everyone preparing from the rest of the team. So from the likes of Zimbabwe and Namibia, we were playing against those stalwarts team that they have already played the World Cup. To qualify for the World Cup, we had to be to either of these two teams. So the stakes were really high at that time, and preparing was the biggest challenge for us, because as you know that so we win as a team, we lose as a team. So
Right.
every people in the team were instrumental in our success at that time, because it's always a team game. So as I told you, a team wins and a team loses. So
Right.
the preparation during the World Cup was so intense that it was like well structured training sessions that we underwent through. And I would like to thank our coach at that time,
Okay.
Coach Jackson and Craig Williamson, who were instrumental in our success during the World Cup.
Okay. Okay.
So during that World Cup tenure, I would like to share the story. Like
Yeah.
so we had a game against Namibia wherein we lost against them. So
Mhm.
for us, it was like we knew that because we as a team had prepared to win against Namibia and Zimbabwe, as you know, like with the likes of Sikandar Raza and Nagarwa, all those stalwarts in the team. So we thought that it's better that we try to win against Namibia. And as you know, T20 is you never know what happens on the day. When the team playing the best on the day, it always the team wins on that day.
Yes, yes.
And the D-Day came where we as a team pulled up our socks and made sure that whatever happens on that day against Zimbabwe is going to create the history for us.
Right.
And with all the determination, with all the power and with all the mental strength and all the courage that we had, we pulled up our socks and we made sure that whatever the result it is, no matter what we do, but we are going to play as a champion. And in that game we beat Zimbabwe and created the history. So up till then it was like we were at that point, no, we had nothing to lose because we had already lost against Namibia. And
Yeah.
after winning against Zimbabwe, we had everything to lose because one bad game could break us and shattered our dreams to going to the World Cup. And with the likes of Namibia, which we were yet to play, Kenya, that we were yet to be played. So Kenya is like we had to one of the good teams in East Africa, so we had to beat them. And in past experiences, I would like to share that Kenya is the one that is like the one of the toughest team that we encounter. And the stakes are very high when you are representing the tournament at the highest level and World Cup qualifiers. So we most of the players had a sleepless night because we have done the hard work beating Zimbabwe, and we had to win at any cost against Kenya. So that game, it was like the one of the best games of my career, wherein the dream that and the reality that we were like we had to represent the World Cup and represent ourselves at the World Cup, and we saw ourselves, and we made sure that we believed in that dream. And after beating Kenya, but the God never wanted to give us the things very straight. So we had a game against Nigeria where it was raining, and the Duckworth Lewis came into
Yeah.
but during that time it was like whatever happens, we are the ones that you're going to go for the World Cup. And we won the game, and against Rwanda it was just like passing to the finish line. We got them out for a couple of runs, around 60 runs, and we made sure that we chased them down in 6-7 overs and made sure that we created the history.
Yeah. Thank you very much for explaining, your good moments and everything about the game, right? And since you remind it, right? Because uh, you lived it, right? So because you are living the moment, right? So that's the kind of courage like you people have, right? And you also not making the Uganda proud. One day, eventually, we are happy as an Indian too, right? That an Indian is going and representing other country, even though like we do a lot and we give this world a lot of things, right? So it's eventually we are different people, right? That's why people respect us a lot, right? So I got it, buckling up for the games, and I'm sure like there will be a lot of pressure as well, as you said, that sleepless nights and everything, right? So like it's an exam like we used to give, right? So like if I would be at your place, like if I'm like feeling dizzy or having a kind of a sleepless night, it would be very difficult for me because the kind of pressure I can, because people see as a player, right? He's a player, right? But they don't. Sometimes they don't know what it takes to become a player, right? There are a lot of sacrifices, family sacrifices, a lot of other things
Exactly.
that one has to give, and people see the front face, but the kind of the hard work, the tedious hard work, like continuous, like sweat, and playing in humid environment. Right now you're in Africa, right? The heat is it's blowing up, man. Like it's crazy over there. But we respect you for that, like whatever you are doing. So my next thing is I'm curious about it, uh, like as you said about having high stakes and pressure. I'm very much fond of knowing how you maintain your mental balance. Like how do you do it? Because as an Indian, I'm sure uh, probably you take some support of yoga or something like that, because mental awareness and having a well formed mind is something more important than having education, if I put it that way. You can compete with
Exactly.
a very intelligent man with a well formed mind, right? So what you do for that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Uh, First of all, I would like to say that what you had said, that for any cricketer,
Mhm.
so the main ingredient for success is your blood, sweat, and tears. Till the time you don't go through this, success doesn't come.
Yeah, yeah,
And one thing I would like to emphasize more on is the sacrifices, as you rightly said, that nothing comes without sacrifices. So
yeah,
when you know that when you have the bigger aim in your life, when you have that bigger aspiration for yourself in the life, then you cannot say that it's going to be a smooth road wherein I'll walk easily and finish
absolutely,
everything. So
absolutely.
sacrifice is one thing that I always emphasize on, because when you are sitting thousands of kilometers away from your family,
Mm-hmm.
and it becomes very much difficult, because at one point when you feel like you need some emotional support from your family, because they are the only well wishers. They'll give you the best of your advice, they'll give you best of the motivation at that time.
Right,
So
right, right.
sacrifice is one thing that I always make sure that every cricketer is going through, and we should really address it, because what goes into the mind of a cricketer is only a cricketer would come to know,
Yes,
or any sportsman. So yes, as you know that at times there will be times where you feel very low. At times you will feel
yeah,
like yeah, I'm done for the day. But the motivation that gives you that courage and boost come from your near ones and dear ones.
right, right,
And
right,
as you rightly said, that nowadays the mental health aspect has become a very big problem for us,
yeah,
for this generation, because it's really tough to sustain yourself at the highest level, because you say success is easy to get but hard to maintain.
hard to maintain. Right, right. That's
So
what I
in
was
that way,
about to say. Yeah,
yes, yes, success, as I can say that for us it was like we qualified for the World Cup, but to
quality.
sustain ourselves at the World Cup level,
Yeah,
it's going to be another challenge for us, because
correct.
you don't get this opportunities every now and then. So as
Right,
a cricketer, we make sure that we grab this opportunity with both our hands, and make sure that um, we play the kind of cricket that we have been playing for all these years, and showcase this talent at the highest way possible, because millions of people are going to watch us, people are going to love us, because for what we have done in the history of Uganda cricket, that is the one thing that is bringing us a motivation and encouragement, that we need to do well in this tournament,
right,
irrespective of whatever result, because you see, we can only control the controllable. So result is not in our hand, but the efforts
exactly.
and the time and the energy that we put in, that is in our hand. And
Yes,
when we bifurcate the things around it way comes down to mental health. So mental health aspect is something that all those aspects that requires as a sportsman to enhance his performance during the time of crisis.
right,
So
right, right, right.
uh, in that way, we take help of yoga, we take help of meditation. We make sure that what makes us happy and what makes us we do at that point of time, so that during the game, that we are at the peak of our performance, be it
Right,
mentally, be it physically.
right, 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 right. That's great. You are getting all the uh, services. That's great because having a team, right? Having a solid team actually a contribution of a lot of people, right? It's a teamwork. Like a lot of people are actually
Exactly.
injecting their things into you, right? So something is coming from somewhere, food is coming from somewhere, right? Some best people are after you to make you to bring out of to bring best out of you, right? So that's amazing to know, right? And
Exactly. So
yeah,
lot of thing goes around behind the back doors.
yes, yes,
In that way, I would like to thank Uganda Cricket Association to provide all the facilities that is
yeah,
needed as a cricketer to enhance the skill.
skill,
Because without the support of the association, without the support of the local governing body, so it becomes very difficult for any cricketer to enhance the performance and make sure to perform at the highest possible level.
yeah,
So as you can say that we have the indoor facilities in Uganda. We have the best of the coach from India now. We have the
yeah,
best of the trainers. We have the best of the world in class facilities. That without those support, you cannot expect a cricketer or any of the sportsmen, any of the player to perform, because a good infrastructure is only the it's not only just the need. It is the basic thing that a sportsman requires, because till the time we don't have the proper facilities, where are we going to play for?
right, right,
So the things is like, so the thing is, behind every successful player, there is a team of people that works around day and night
definitely,
tirelessly to make sure that the player performs. And the 90-minute game, it looks like 90 minute, but it's a way too fast. And to manage everything, the smallest of the detailing, we are really blessed that we have a team we have the management that is fully supporting us as a cricketer, because even they know that what problems the cricketers go through. And it's their duty, it's their moral duty, and they make sure that they take it as a duty, because their help is the uttermost requirement at this level for us.
yes, yes,
And
very true.
they are fully supporting in the best possible way they can do.
Yeah, it's very true. And I think as a human, like we are inspired by someone, right? So who is your inspiration? Like,
Exactly.
yeah, and why? Like, why? Difficult question, because why you maybe you like tons of things, So like specifically, like who is your like role model? Maybe you started looking at him in your childhood, and
Exactly.
yeah.
So
So
so I grew up watching Mahendra Singh Dhoni.
okay,
So he's my idol. But yeah. So the kind of person he is, you want to see him. You feel like watching him. The kind of attitude with what he plays, that is more admirable. And people like us who admire them, they want to be, they want themselves to be like them, because we cannot be the copy of Mahendra Singh Dhoni, but what
yes,
all good qualities and what all attitude, what we can, and what all learnings that we can get after watching sir, that we can just take from them, imbibe in our life, and make sure that with those qualities, how can we improve our cricket.
right,
And since Mahendra Singh Dhoni is retired now, he's not playing international cricket. So the best thing I always look forward is Sky, that is Surya Kumar Yadav. So
okay,
having seen him growing up, so we have played together also. So
okay,
and the kind of person he is, always there to help us, always there to make sure that whatever guidance we need, he's always there for us.
mm,
So we have played with him in the local tournaments in Mumbai Cricket Association also.
okay,
And and I've seen him growing up. We have seen him growing through the stages. And now he's one of the top 10 batsmen in ICC T20.
right,
And for that reason, the kind of cricketer he is, and the kind of person he is, the kind of nature that man possesses, it's so admirable that whenever a cricketer needs a help, so he's the one standing up front and make sure that every cricketer is being helped from his side.
Right,
and
right,
in
right.
that way, because I still remember an incident wherein we were playing MPL in the finals, and
Mm-hmm.
Surya Kumar was playing against us. So if I recollect, the score was 30 for 4, and
Mm-hmm.
that's when Surya Kumar came. I saw him, batting, and it was like, I was playing against him, and
Right.
the kind of strength, mental strength, and the kind of patience that that guy showed taught us many good things. And at the end, in that tournament, in that finals, even I got out on 48, and he came up to me and told me, like, whatever happens, you have to bat till the end and make sure that these all people around you have come to watch you. So
Yes,
that
yes.
has been the biggest lesson for me as of now, that
Mm.
whatever happens at the end of the day, like, give it your best, and make sure that and play for those people, those have come to watch you. Value your wicket,
Yes, yes, yes.
value that you have been given an opportunity to represent yourself at this level. So taking the positives and good lessons from me, this is what I have put myself into it.
Yeah, that's these things, as you talked about Mahendra Singh Dhoni and other people, Surya. So these things make these guys like larger than life, right? Because they are helpful. They
Exactly.
they have got the right attitude towards young talent. They're always eager to help, right? So that makes person like emotionally connected with every player, and that's the life, right? So because if we gain something and if we pass to next generation, right? So it's very important. Eventually they're gonna make country proud, and they make their life beautiful, right? So again, like coming back to my
Exactly. So,
uh, you know I was brainstorming like a lot of things, like I would like to know, Alpesh, that how do you approach batting and bowling in different formats of the game? So is it a difficult thing for you, or like how do you approach?
So first of all, I would say that Uganda only plays a limited over cricket, because
Okay.
since it's in an associate team, so we play more of the 50 over games, limited over games, and T20s. So for as a cricketer, it's our duty that whatever condition, whatever situation, whatever things we are put in, we have to make sure that we make the best out of it.
Right.
Irrespective, when you play at the professional level and the highest level, there is no room for excuses. Either
Hmm.
you win, either you lose, either you perform, either you don't perform. So there is no third thing in that comes out of you. You played well that day, or you don't play well that way. So it's like, when that when you're training for T20, so the kind of mindset that you need. So it's all about switching the formats, like from T20 to 50 overs. So it's all about switching yourself mentally and making sure that you are aware of your strength, your weaknesses, and that is how you gonna cater yourself and make sure that how best you can improve yourself in whatever ways you want to, so that you don't want yourself to be exposed at the highest level. And the kind of preparations that you go through, the coaches here really plays a big role in shaping up your talent, your skills, because those they are the only ones that because as you when we play, we sometimes don't know what goes wrong. So
Right,
those
right,
are
right.
the coaches, the video analysts. They really help us out with the videos that yeah, maybe we can improve in this way, we can improve in that way, with all those ideas and informations coming through. So it has become really easy for us to analyze ourselves and make sure that we correct ourselves in the best possible way.
Great, 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 great. And Alpesh, like was it difficult or challenging for you in the childhood? Like I'm sure, like when you told your parents that you want to be a cricketer, like was it a difficult journey? How did they take, like when you said that to them, right? So what was their first reaction? Because that's the very uh, you know, very, very, I must say that kind of igniting sort of thing, right? Uh, when a child says, "I want to be a cricketer,"
Yes.
or "I want to be someone else," like, right? So, what did they think at that time? Was it challenging for you?
Convincing your parents at that time when you know that you want to be a cricketer is a difficult job, because
Yeah.
you see, when you are young, when I would like to share something that when I was 13 years old, when I was 12 years old, so at that time I was playing, I started playing my cricket, and my
Right.
school was in Rizvi. So for some reason, I used to travel from Borivali to Bandra. So
Okay.
at the age of 12, it was a difficult, but when you have that bigger picture of yourself in your life, when your dreams are much bigger than all those small stuffs in your life, then at point, it becomes like, it's okay if I have to see myself at the playing good cricket, then all this stuff, that comes under sacrifice. You have to sacrifice something,
Right. Right. Right.
because if I had to be like a normal ordinary cricketer, I would have chose somewhere the school that is somewhere nearby me. Sit back and remember those days, going in the local train, going in the
Yes.
local buses to the school, and after that school we had to attend 3 hours of practice. So now those sweet memories, in my life, when I sit back and realize that, like, those were the dreams and those were the things that we can cherish right now.
Yes.
And yes, as parents, if we look at the parents perspective, how, so the first thought that came into their mind, like, how will this child, travel, how is he going to manage studies, how is he going to manage his cricket after the schools, and hell lot of questions. But
Yes. 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 Yes.
when you have that enthusiasm, when you have that zeal, and when you have that go to do attitude, then it becomes a bit easy after some time to convince your parents that my parents were really, I'm so proud that my parents have supported me in the best possible way, irrespective of whatever,
Hmm.
financially, emotionally, and whatever, they never made me feel like, no, this is not right, and no, we are not going to help you with this, never in my life.
Right. Right.
So for me, what I am right now, it's all because of my parents. Unfortunately, I lost my father in
Oh.
January, on January 15. So the thing is, like, they watch my World Cup qualifying journey. So, but the biggest regret I would feel is, like, him not watching me playing in the World Cup.
Yeah.
But as you know, this is life. It has to go on.
Yeah.
It has to go on, and with his blessings and with his guidance, I'll do better, and I'll do my best in the
Right. Right.
World Cup.
No. No. We are very much sure that you're gonna rock, and your dad will be very proud of you, and obviously your brothers, sisters, your mom. So with that last question, I you know relax this interview, right? And we are very happy that we come across you. You are such a humble guy, right? So we would like to connect with you again, right? Sometime. Uh, we wish you luck, from our heart, right? So you must, you're gonna be performing really great in this game, and you know, you grow in your life, right? And become whatever you have,
Thank you.
you know. So we are very happy, and
And I would like to. I,
yeah,
I
go
would
ahead.
like to also say something that, it's like, it's just because people like you, that who has that thing that in themselves, that why not we share the people's story, because till the time people like you who don't come up and support a sporting person in this
Yeah,
way, like sharing their stories, sharing their experiences, so people won't come to know. So we really blessed, and we are blessed that people like you have come up and taken up this thing to encourage, motivate, and share the cricketers or any sports person's journey throughout his life, what experience he has gone through, what all stuff he has to sacrifice. So people
yeah,
like you are really motivating us and encouraging us to to do even more, so that with you are an instrument with
No,
through which we can just share our thought, our feelings, and everything. So,
we are
you
trying,
know,
Alpesh. Yeah, we are just trying. We are just a medium because we love this game. We want to
yes,
somewhere contribute, the goodness of this game and spread the positivity. And that's it, man. Like because uh, you know life is too short to live, right? So we have to live every moment, right?
yes,
So
exactly.
that's what we have to believe in and enjoy and cherish the moment. So thank you again for sparing the
But
time.
you see, the interview was so good. Things went so smooth. We didn't even realize it. We have already had at half an hour. So
Yeah, yeah. I mean, like
maybe in
nothing.
future also. Yeah, it was so good.
Yeah, nothing. Nothing. No formality, man. Uh, we just love to know about you and your efforts. And now we are very much happy talking to you, and you appreciated a lot. So we'll keep contributing this way. Let's connect again.
Our games against Sri Lanka A and our training sessions for around 15 days. So we are in Sri Lanka right now. We are here in Sri Lanka.
Okay. Then see the Lanka, man. Spare some time. Go and explore
Yes.
Lanka as well because you know how important it is
Yes,
as,
definitely.
as a as
Yes,
a
yes, yes, exactly, sir.
as a historical or an ancient place, right? So
Yes, yes, yes.
thank you.
Thank you, sir.